my big brain friends. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a good week. Here again with another interesting topic for you. I hope you've been taking care of yourself and your family. It's difficult time going on right now, and that's one of the reasons why you should take care of your body as well at the same time. Now, when it comes to taking care of your body, the biggest problem that you will ever face is how to control it, isn't it? Body can different organs, anything can fail, anything can go wrong. So for that reason itself, you have to maintain a proper amount of nutrition and everything. Now, when it comes to controlling your body, the biggest role that a single organ plays is actually your brain, isn't it? Now, we've been doing this mini topic series for brain for almost a week now. I want you to go and check out those videos as well. Now, I teach very interesting topics in biology almost every single day here at ODA Class. So if you want to catch up with it and stay updated about it, you should subscribe to the channel and click on that bell icon so that next time when I teach something interesting, you get to know about it before anybody else. Also, share it with your friends. I mean, come on, man. आप अच्छी चीजें share नहीं करना चाहते हो, okay? I love sharing. Sharing is caring. Sharing more the merrier. So, share the video with your friends. Let them know there is something interesting happening in India and we are the next big thing. So, why not let them know about it? My name is Sourajit Das, and I'm happy again to bring one more interesting topic to you. This topic is relevant for a wide class range. From starting from class, let's just say 8th itself, you will get to know about how your body is regulated by the nervous system. You will learn more about it when you go to your 9th standard, and specifically, even more when you go to your 10th standard in the chapter Control and Coordination. And this guy is going to follow you like a hawk, or you can say like a ghost, till you finish your entire school and high school career. And even after that, if you become somebody who is a doctor or pharmacist or anything in the field of biology, this organ will keep on following you wherever you go. So that's the reason why we've been doing this series, and I'm hoping that today's video also is going to teach you something interesting. Today we're going to talk about the microprocessors of our brain. Now, our brain is a large organ, I understand that, but there must be some mini version of material that combines to make that organ, right? If you have the basics of your ninth standard, you remember cells combine together to form tissue combine together to form organs combine to make systems in your body, and multiple systems together make your organism or a body, isn't it? So we are going to talk about that only. Now, not only this, here at ODA Class, we teach many interesting things. Trust me, you're missing out on big time if you don't go to the app and check out the free classes. We take free classes every day, by the way. You can join in the class. Not only you can learn, you can earn as well. How? Stay till the end of this video. I'll tell you how. Now, we have a wonderful mini course as well. This is one of the best mini courses in India, and this goes on for 1 week. You will be taught by NIT and IITN teachers for 3 classes of mathematics, 3 classes of science. Not only that, you also get a personal teacher extra. So not only you're going to be taught by 3 to 4 teachers in classroom, outside classroom also you still have one more person who's going to teach you and help you with your doubts. They conduct regular doubt sessions, they can help you out with your projects, and basically filter out the cluster that you have in your mind whenever you're learning something. Not only that, we don't believe in studying without practice. So that's the reason why not only you will be getting the classes, you will also get homework and test papers and books for studying. Everything in that same single app, which is called our very own ODA app. So go check out the app, and you can enroll for this one mini course that I told you about in the earliest time possible by clicking on this link that is in the description of this YouTube video. Okay, go in the description, find out the link, and you can use my teacher scholarship to reduce the course fee from 499 to 49 rupees. Now, the link is only active for 4 to 5 hours. So make sure after you finish this class with me, go immediately, click on it, take your parents. It's a very easy process. Enroll yourself for the upcoming Monday batch so that you can enjoy the best quality classes in India. Now, moving forward, what we have today is going to be something very interesting, and I've been learning about this for a long time. I've been teaching biology for more than 6 years actually. I'm a molecular biologist, so studying cells, studying genes, DNA, proteins. These were my mundane activity when I used to be a junior scientist. I've worked with very big and reputed institutes in Bangalore, such as NIMHANS as well as Icse Bangalore, and I am here to teach you something about it in a simple manner possible. Don't worry, I'm not going to overwhelm you with too much of information. I just want to give you a basic idea about the microprocessors of our brain who together combine to make this amazing organ that practically controls every aspect of our life. The one that we are aware of, also the one that we are not aware of. So all of this together, let's start. As you can see in this slide as well, by the way, these organisms type of material that you're seeing moving, these are the neurons. So neurons are basically these cells that make up your entire central nervous system. Neurons, as we also call them in layman term as nerve cells, are the fundamental units of the brain and nervous system. Do you know your nervous system or the central nervous system, CNS, is comprised of two things, your brain and your spinal cord. Okay, and all of it is made up of neuron. Now, these cells are basically responsible for your sensory as well as motor responses. Sensory responses allow you to feel. What is the use of these five senses if they cannot capture the surrounding information and let my body process it? Senses allow you to explore and look for food, save yourself from any kind of problem, and so much more. Motor neurons are the response against the sensory organs that you have. When you see something, you want to either move away from it or you want to go towards it. When you see a lot of bright light, immediately motor response allows you to shut your eyes, so not to harm your eyes. So this is what your central nervous system and the neurons, who are the microprocessors of your brain, helps you do sensory and motor responses. Now, when it comes to these cells, we need to understand what are the different parts of this cell. So now I'm not going to go in too much detail. I want you to understand the basic. Okay, basic structure क्या होता है neuron का. Okay, so neuron is a cell, and like every other cell, this cell also has a cell body. Okay, this cell also has a cell body. The cell body will have what? Cell membrane, of course. Cell membrane is the basically the membrane that keeps all of it together, and you will have the nucleus, who will be the brain of the cell, who will control everything that goes in and out. And this type of cell has a unique structure. In your body, there is no other cell that looks like him or her or it. Let's go gender neutral on this. So when it comes to a neuron, it is specifically specialized in its own design to be like a wire, because that's what its job is, to be the wiring in your body and control every aspect of your body's movement and sensory information and other things as well. So that's the reason why neuron also has this large appendage, or you can say the extension of the cell body itself, which is called an axon. I want you to remember the name axon because this is going to play a very important part when we learn about the activities of this. Now, this axon mainly gets divided into two sections. The larger portion that you see like a wire, and the other one that is the wire ending, which spreads like small branches. Now, when it comes to this, the wire has to be covered by a myelin sheath. Now, in your house also, when you see wiring, next time if your house is getting through wiring, somebody comes, electrician comes and wire laga rahe, take a notice of that. The actual part, the active part of the wire is actually the metallic strings that are inside the wire. Outside the wire, you usually have a plastic coating or some other reason or some other material to cover it and isolate it so that the signal that is going through the wire, or let's just say electricity, doesn't leak out or cause any kind of accidents. Same thing happens to neurons as well. This part of the axon is actually covered by a layer of material called myelin sheath to make sure that the signal goes properly to the end without leakage or any kind of delay. Now, the other part of the neuron that I want you to remember are these. The cell body itself also has small branching that comes out, and these are called dendrites. So axons and dendrites. Axons are the last end of the neuron, whereas dendrites are the ones that are coming out from the cell body itself. They both play a very important role in terms of carrying, or you can say relay of information from one end to the other end of this cell. Now, moving forward, let's understand how these cells are actually working. Now, before you go to that, this is a very interesting thing I want you to remember. Your human brain actually has around 86 billion neurons. Do you know how many zeros are there in a billion, or how many millions equal to 1 billion? If you know, comment in the chat box and let us know about this. When it comes to your human brain, you can understand how many there are. I know it is unfathomable to you because you have probably never seen a billion quantity in real life in any way possible, but try to imagine it. This is a lot, by the way. 86 billion neurons, and all of these neurons will be forming millions of connections. Each of these connections is very important for your body, because the more connections you have between your neurons, the better your body coordination would be, the better your memory, the better your skill development, and everything else that depends on your brain. Now, interestingly enough, neurons can be of multiple different types. Scientists usually classify neurons in three different broad categories based on their function. Based on what? Based on their function. Based on their cell structure also, you can have multiple different types, but we are going with the function right now because we are talking about the function. There are sensory neurons, which are these. As you can see, sensory neurons are the ones that usually carry information from the sensory organs to your central nervous system, or CNS. As you can see, the cell body is right here, and this neuron interestingly has two different axons coming out. So it works like two-ended wiring, because it has to take the information from there and bring it to your brain or spinal cord. Then you have the motor neurons. Motor neurons are basically associated with affecting things. For example, you have touched a hot vessel, that information will be carried by your sensory neuron to your central nervous system, and then motor neurons will be activated by your central nervous system to reach out to the muscle in your hand and pull that hand immediately, because it's going to hurt you, isn't it? So based on this job, you can see that it has a cell body that has a lot of dendrite coming out and one single axon only. Okay, the last one that we have is the relay neuron. Now, the relay neuron or the interneurons are basically the ones that are doing the middleman job. Now, these two neurons cannot be so long that पूरे body में एक फैल जाएगा, because neurons can be around maximum maybe 1 meter long, not more than that. So for that reason only, you need relay neurons in between so that they can carry the information bit by bit. Now, the relay neuron, as you can see, their cell body is in middle. It doesn't have too many dendrites, and it also has the axons going from one end to the other. So the relay neurons will be mostly in the central nervous system. So your sensory neuron carries the information to your brain. The relay neurons will take it to your where? To your motor neurons, and then motor neurons will activate and it will pull out your hand. We have talked about the response or relay arc of neurons in other videos. Go check out it in the channel itself. So there are three types of neurons, or you can say there are three types of microprocessors in your brains as well. Now, when it comes to your central nervous system, these neurons usually arrange themselves in the form of two different types of matter. Okay, when it comes to these neurons, because these are cells, right, they have to combine together and form tissue and eventually organ. So they usually arrange themselves in your brain and in your spinal cord. Sorry, this part got cut out. Brain and your spinal cord, and usually form two different types of matter. These are called the white matter and the gray matter, completely based on their color itself. Okay, white matter is this part, as you can see, the color white that you can see right here. This is your white matter. Whereas the outside part that you see, this is your gray matter, the color gray part. Now, interestingly enough, in case of your brain and in case of your spinal cord, it's completely different. When it comes to your brain, the white matter is mostly present inside, and it is going to be made of the axons. Okay, this part is something that you must remember. The white matter part of any of your central nervous system part is actually made up of the axons. Okay, axons are basically the long strands that you usually see that processes information and carries it like a wire. On the other hand, the gray matter is made up of the cell body, or you can say the somas, the round cell body with dendrite that we saw. So if I want to draw a proper, mini neuron here, just to give you an idea, I can draw it like this. So the body of the neuron is right here. This is where the dendrites are, and the axon is right here. This is how it can look like. So what did we understand? Neurons arrange themselves in two different manner in your brain and your spinal cord and form two different types of matter, gray matter and white matter. The gray matter is mainly made up of the cell body, whereas the white matter is made up of axon. Because the white matter contains myelin sheath, which is based on protein and fat, that's the reason why it has that fat type of tinge, which is usually white in color. Now, interestingly enough, in case your brain and your spinal cord, the arrangement of matter is completely different. Pay attention to this. In case of your brain, the gray matter is actually outside. Okay, the gray matter produces the outer portion of your brain, whereas white matter produces the inner portion. So you can see this is the white matter and this is the gray matter. They're completely different area. On the other hand, in your spinal cord, it's reversed. In your spinal cord, the order is reversed. The white matter will be outside, whereas the gray matter will be within. So this portion that you see, this is your gray matter right here. And the outer part that you see is your white matter. Why do you think it is like that? Why is it the arrangement of gray matter and white matter in your brain is completely opposite to your spinal cord? Do you think you know about the answer? Well, if you don't know, that's more reason for you to come and study with us here at ODA. And if you know, let us know in the comment section as well. When it comes to ODA class, we teach the most innovative way possible. All you have to do is enroll for our mini course, which is the best in India, and you will get everything that you need, starting with your material as well as you will get all the things, all the help you can get. The best part of the course is that you get a personal teacher. Of course, you will be taught by really good master teachers, but the personal teacher brings in an extra hand to help you out with your studies and with your academic preparation as well. Not only that, if you go to the link in the description, you can use my teacher subscription discount, and you can actually enroll not for 499 but only for 49 rupees. Now, this 49 rupees can be cancelled out. You can actually earn while you're learning with us. The process here is that you have to take the classes and you have to answer questions, finish your assignments, do your homework, and basically attend the class. You will be getting hundreds of coins in every class. These crypto coins, or called ODA coins, are actually valued. 4 of these coins are actually 1 Indian rupee. So you can actually use this coin and buy material from the ODA mall. If you have around 14,000 coins or so, you can buy the temperature visible bottle, you can buy the fitness band or a phone. I know a lot of students of mine who have actually gathered enough coin to buy a phone for free, by the way. All you're doing is you're learning, you're studying with us, you're answering questions, you're attending the classes religiously, and using the coins to buy interesting gadgets for you. Nowhere in India students earn while they are learning, at least in your school. You're not that smart yet कि तुम पैसे कमाओगे, isn't it? But here, not only you're learning, you're getting paid for your dedication. We should be paid for our dedication, isn't it? Why not? And that's the reason why you should go check out, enroll yourself in the link, and remember the link is only active for 3 to 4 minutes, so you must do it as soon as possible. I hope to see you soon. Again, I take these classes very frequently. If you like the interesting topics that I take care of, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon so that you can get to know whenever I release another video. Thank you for taking the class with me. Come join us so that we can teach you and make your life better. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.